reason to run, no reason to hide. Let's stay here one more night. No reason to rush, no need to decide. We'll find our way side by side.
Drew nggak pernah ini tuh.
No reason to run, no reason to leave. Stay a little close to me. No reason to rush, we'll be alright. One small step at a time. I don't need a
Bisa.
promise tonight. Just keep walking by my side.
Pokoknya asal beda nomornya aja.
No reason to run, no reason to hide. Everything feels right. No reason to rush, no.
Nggak peduli.
Let's keep
Udah rusak gitu lah.
On fire nih Prem.
Oke, lagi on fire nggak Jo?
Always bro.
LA-nya udah ditransfer ya Mas Fan?
you showed up right
1,5.
time like you always do.
Rokok gua habis ban. Beliin ban.
Tonight just
Ade gondrong tapi.
we
Tahu
talk
lo.
about nothing
Samsu gondrong.
then.
Nyoi.
Gila itu muke dia.
How that
Kayak lu gondrong.
naturally
Bro, ganteng kok gondrong, Cok.
Lu.
once again it still feels easy when you're around. It still feels easy. No up and down. I don't have to be someone
Eleknya berapa?
Jam 12 dia.
who it still feels
Apa ke Daud, Ki?
Ya.
Oke.
Jam 12 keluar ya?
Oke.
I don't need fireworks to call this love. Just the
Masuk ke dalam dia.
smile is
Jam 12.
more than enough.
Capek banget gua udah.
Says so much without trying.
Sampai kenapa nggak pijat lu?
Nothing
Bego-bego
complicated,
ini.
nothing to chase. Just your face. It still feels easy. Like the
Apa Ed?
it still feels easy.
Pijet dong.
Dibakar aja sama orang hutan itu. Lah, mana mungkin kebakaran
Banyak asap,
sendiri anjing.
Turunan dia.
Turunan? Terus scan.
Biar di tempe ya. Ready ya, yang di break.
Oh.
Kerek. Ayo.
Tinggal nyuruh orang random.
Selamat
Tinggal nyuruh
malam
orang random
dunia.
bakar. Ya kan, dia di penjara. Gampang nanti lu penjara berapa tahun.
Ini bagi
ya
arah
kan?
kanannya, biar nggak ada yang lolos yang potir-potir.
Keluar dapat
Buat
berapa
bantai lagi dia.
miliar. Aman aja deh.
Ready.
Turunan dia, turunan.
Pin, tolong party lagi, Pin.
Jam 7 dia, jam 7.
Jam 7, dia jam 7. Gerak belah tuh.
Ya nantiin aja.
Ya jam 7 semua ya.
Mau lu jam di penjara 5 tahun dapat berapa miliar?
Jadi.
Di jam 7 arah Belato tuh.
Batu dulu ke batu guys.
Dia nahan jam 7 udah. Gua nahan dalam dia.
Ngantuknya. Ini alamat luar malam gua tidur aja. Rojan. Mas Rojan.
Muke dia.
Goblok.
Kenapa kalau orang-orang ada gitu Joel kencing babi? Kalau gua live
Belum
itu
ngelatih.
McDadang gaming gitu doang.
Apa nggak malam dia?
Ah, ini udah malam, lu pikir masih sore?
Sorry, Sydney belum malam.
Anjing.
Aldo,
Oi,
yang pakai siapa lu kan?
Alright.
ya.
Bilang bukan pakai game.
Apa?
Petasan.
Ada. Dia masih nahan di dalam tuh jam 7.
Iya, masih jam 7.
Kita Amerika.
Ban TP ready ya guys, yang dicek di A. Biasanya dia habis nabrak PO nih.
Ajis berabas aja kalau.
Partiin Fight Challenge. Faldo mana Faldo?
Handuk. Mana Vexelon di mana?
Ntar lagi jalan.
Bang, udah antar galon belum ke RT 2? Udah tadi, Pak. Pas habis war.
Di batu yang ngopik.
Ya.
Wakil ketua Hosen, masuk. Udah rata sujuran sama gua, Cok. Sama muke lu kan nggak mungkin.
Dia jalan ke batu kalian ya, bro. Belato.
Ready ya berarti.
Ke kiri lip, ke lu lip dia lip.
Emang ya, ngejar gua dia.
Tetangga deh.
Ayo tarik. Tarik gua belakangin. Tarik gua belakangin coba. Iya ke gua dia. Ya tarik lagi terus pakai armor lari.
Bandet
Larinya
teman.
kenceng banget, Cong. Gua kekejar lari sama dia. Baik lah.
Ngapain nih kalau
Balik.
follow gua? Ini depan ada si Ama sendirian.
Dia balik lagi ya. Belato.
Tadi kenapa
Oke, mamblang dia, Cok.
Siapa yang goblok ini?
Cing, aplikasi bawaan dari
Ngantuk Apple.
Mana maksudnya?
Pohon di pohon.
Kan kita ya.
Pohon pertigaan.
Update apa?
Jadi kan gua.
Woi kan bacot cat. Woi kan tidur semua nih. Si Bang.
Mereka
Iya kan
mereka
bisa
gerak tuh dan
bangun.
ke arah spot Medan. Coba di ini ya. Bener gitu.
Friend.
Balik lagi ke pertigaan tuh.
One Piece aja
Dalam.
udah gue tungguin itu.
Enggak
Udah
di
gua tonton.
pertigaan itu yang arah ke T2 sama ke spot
Kita ya?
B. Iya.
DPO DPO.
Gue terakhir baru nonton baru sampai ketemu si Loki.
Oh kayaknya deh, gue kan.
DPO DPO DPO
Oh iya,
DPO.
mereka balik.
Ya beratur ke spot.
Atau spot
Ready guys?
apa.
Tadi NPC bro.
Oke.
Dicari di bantai PC itu siapa guys? C. Lu Cung.
Mereka datang, mereka datang.
Keluar. Ready. Berantem. Anjing, arah kita ditampolin, Cok.
50.
Tadi ya, Ki. Lu di spot kan, Ki?
Aduh, mati gua.
Dia mau Ki.
40.
Perangin, friend.
Gue di burst lagi ya, gue belum buang.
Rata tuh, gua DS tuh.
Nice stop.
Ayo guys, min 1 menit, min 1 menit.
Jam dipanggil lo Jam.
20.
Gue udah buang.
Mereka lari ke spot.
Ke bawah ke bawah, Ki.
9.
Turun ke boleh.
6.
Main di spot,
5.
Ayo respon guys.
3. 2.
Cepon di C.
Ya.
TP.
TP ke daun.
Anjing lempar gua.
Tuh gue turun tuh.
Ready ke orang.
Awas untuk orang dulu ya.
Ora juga nuklir.
Oke.
Tarik
Baginya
ini
ke arah bawah.
C-nya enggak di jangan TP, jangan TP,
jangan
jangan TP.
sampai ke C, C-nya enggak di TM
Lah.
itu. Astagfirullah.
CM.
Ayo, ready perang.
PBA diikat.
Yawa mati. Si Samira itu guys, tanda bangsa.
Gak ada yang di C.
Dor, mampus lu anjing.
Perang terus,
Ada yang
perang
bisa
terus.
Rere nggak?
Perang.
Res gua bisa enggak? Nice.
Dikit lagi tuh ke Rere harusnya tuh.
Dikit lagi
Udah di bawah.
Abisin dulu yang DPS.
Jangan di DPS.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Nice banget. GG.
Woi, party ayo, Pi, guys.
Cakep.
Di mana? Di atas ya?
Perangin.
Di atas.
Oh, di atas woi, di atas woi.
Dropannya di atas, Rere, di atas.
Terus.
Woi.
Mereka rata itu. Bantu Pi guys.
Udah jangan gue udah.
Habis.
Mana?
GG.
Lagi
Kelas.
merahnya.
Gokil.
Merahnya.
Nice banget.
Bilip.
Penyelamat ya.
Witras.
Anjing.
Gokil yo guys. Bener guys.
Sokil gob.
Senjatanya kayak pakai parlesan itu dia.
Billy Boy.
Insapin.
In Oyo Witras, bro. Janji surga.
Nice.
Sokil gobs.
Salah lagi orang merahnya.
Kirain damage-nya masih gede di Korra ya. Gokil.
Sokil reset gue hit 1 hit.
Oh, kereset tadi.
Kontol.
Hai botak botol Yakult. Saya balik dong. Terima kasih.
Gue ceduk.
GG.
MVP man. Nice kalau bisa. Ji gua enggak ada S mati banyak kok.
Ini berarti yang PBL juga minimal 52 ya?
Mana bil? Gua bil.
Ya,
Sekarang.
semua PB bangsa 52.
Wah, jangan atuh RJ aja.
55 jadi 55.
Aing bantuin dah tuh, belatunya sepi, Jin.
Kacau.
Siap tahan. J-nya, guys. Ramaikan.
MC.
Mana sini dropin aja. Gar, kanan gar. Mana.
Ayo masuk mereka ke itu.
Oh,
Ki.
ternyata ya eta. Rinjo. Dropin aja.
Apa?
Ini lagi add.
Enggak usah kata Mami.
Selamat malam dunia.
Muke Lumi.
Face to face.
Dikejar-kejar Hela lu ya.
Oh iya. Oh iya, ya udah ntar aja.
Bobok dia.
Jam lu ketinggalan di mana
You
ya?
don't have to answer now. I can see you thinking
Sekolahnya langsung ke Elan.
every little word tonight means a little more. I've been here long enough to know when not to push. I'd rather wait a while than rush into goodbye. No pressure, no pretending. Just tell me when you're ready. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere. Take your time. I'll still be right here. If your heart
Aduh, BO2 lagi giginya. Alamat lama lagi.
waiting for you.
Kenapa dia nggak dijadiin BO1 sih?
There's no perfect way to start this conversation. No perfect line to change everything. So I'll leave the signs right where it is. Sometimes that's enough to say what words can't. No more guessing, no more fear. I'm already here.
21
Jul,
gue.
lagi lihat turnamen gak Jul? Lihat keren banget itu, dicomot
Apa ini?
Aegis. Iya, enggak itu dicomot Aegisnya lihat. Nonton duluan di Twitch soalnya.
Lu nggak tahu tim pokernya kata-kata today.
Poker gua itu.
Kata-kata today ini. Tahu nggak sih lu?
Depan nggak sih, Mi? Abis DBG nggak sih, Mi?
Salah apa dong jemput?
Live itu kan besok.
Oh, itu dia.
Yang invasi masuk tuh udah menit 32.
Kan kalau gua GVG-nya sampai jam 2, Jul.
Hai hai.
Sorry Jul. Anjing, sorry Jul.
Cancel Jul, ada yang cancel Jul, cancel.
Sehat-sehat lah orang sakit.
Ada yang cancel, kasih aja.
Lu, suara lu kayak orang sakit lu. Dingin lu.
Mau lagi sakit bintang.
Coba lu benerin dulu mic-nya.
Banyakan
Nggak ngebas suara lu, Cok.
Banyakan terus.
Lu udah bukan Alif Rizky sekarang.
Banyakan S.
Alif Putra lah sekarang.
Banyakan S.
Slow motion. Berak. Berak kan.
Jul, makan mie ayam info MT.
Nya kayak nggak ada.
Bentar.
Tapi ntar
KDS baru bentar.
putus lagi nggak?
Bacot lah. Jam berapa?
Ayo. Mana sih Nanda Jul? Nan? Main Nanda.
Puede responder Spirit, pero tendría que salir una pelea bien buena. No, y no creo que
Kenapa, Lip?
Nanda kemana Nanda?
Lagi ini, Cok, Air Max.
y luego pasar la final. Eso quiero. Tiene que ser la real team fight, ¿no? Pero ya es ser muy optimista.
Dah.
Sí, ya estamos.
Jul.
La partida se desvirtuó de esta manera.
Nggak ada.
El equipo que está perdiendo no
Jul.
necesita
Nggak ada.
un milagro.
Jul.
Un milagro es lo que necesita el equipo de Spirit para intentar remontar un juego que se le escapó completamente de las manos. Está haciendo muchos errores. Y bueno, Division que parece que acertó. Lanzó y súper rápido en el mapa 2 para que en el mapa 3 replantearan todo, borrón y cuenta nueva y estén en esta situación tan favorable de ya
Elemental. Ya Allah. Ayo.
PKT rame kora, ready guys. Dimasukin. Cari.
Rabali itu kan.
Enggak tahu. Gue sini ke berikut.
Anjing. Banyak orang tuh.
Ayo, weh, yang di pintu TR.
Orang.
Ini Joy.
Rame ya dia ya. TP dari.
Kalau gua di debak.
Jangan AFK, yang dia naket, jangan AFK. Kosakan 4 lebih. Oh, ngelek.
Banyak sok di belakang nih, di tempat belakang kita nih.
JR.
Oh, satu. Telur. Gas. Kawan. Up. Ada dulu nih. Oh.
Madul masih.
Ada gue.
Kejauhan. Bemo lu di belakang.
Pon begitu.
Udah DPS aja.
Perang dulu.
Ikat.
DPS aja.
Kayak tai
Ngangong lagi ya, ngangong.
kali ngocok aja.
Ada chicken.
Kamu. Dia nih.
Ini pen menjir.
Ngamun jorok nih kita nih.
Ini DM-nya dulu. Iya, usah.
Dapat nih.
Chicken pon.
Jangan kejauhan masih di sini, balik ke spot aja.
X mau.
Bers PB-nya
Ayo, bebas.
belakang hidup lagi.
Lenla.
Racarnya nih. Tidak, nice. Nih lagi, Mar. Oh. Dekat Mar.
Kejauhan masih di lu.
Kami di sini lu pada di mana?
Belakang nih. Di spot.
Kami di separti di sini.
Nggak ada.
Pupong lihat.
Di sini.
Mang, bantu ke tengah dulu, Mang.
Ya.
Nih, paring.
Lusinya?
Ayo sih tangkap lu sih. Dia nge-pub sih.
Nggak tahu siapa yang dapat.
Gue gedik para lu anjing.
Gue coba ngepick itu tali.
Dia
Ngepick tali, ngepick.
Drop itu.
Charles.
Di PB dia. Kalau klik monyet. Aksi saja itu.
Kapal itu tadi lagi.
Di belakang tuh masih ada yang ngintip-ngintip mereka.
TP-TP-an kah? 4 kali dah.
Habis caca lu.
TP lagi dia alusinya.
Iya,
Ngokol gue yang
di call lagi.
Kalau abah juga nggak apa-apa, abah bawa sini.
Jangan. Itu bangsa dong.
Udah 3 kali nih dia TP revive. TP call. Iya.
Apa?
Yen.
JR.
Dulu
Bemo, tekan potnya mas Bemo.
Bemo aja. Yang 2 lapis gini.
Wangsat pepek gua nih.
Alah, TP balkonnya di rumah.
Datang coy.
Ayo, ready.
Coba ya iPhone-nya ya.
Penla dulu nih.
Penla boleh ikat.
JR langsung.
Biar langsung boleh. Ikat ya,
Mati.
Bang nih bang, boleh tiket bang. Udah ada yang cover. Tum. Terus lu.
DPS
FM nih AC-nya nih belakang lihat portal.
DPS DPS mau PBL lah.
Kalau dia mau TP lagi boleh, gua tunggu. Oke dong.
Lu udah habis.
Jul.
Apa?
Muka lu kayak udut.
Muka lu kayak iwak. Mana duitnya ya?
Boy.
Dah ya kan?
Boy.
Apa tuh dapat tapi taliknya tuh?
Iya. Betul. Kita panggilan guys.
Ada yang laporan gua tadi
52
Evo udah
telanjang
mantau
dulu depan
RC
tuh.
ya di
Bella tuh
KPM.
minta kill, bro.
Gue buka XP juga Ki, boleh nggak?
Telanjang net.
minta kill?
Nih, Anitram.
Tuh yang buka XP tuh.
Ada panelan boleh tuh.
Iya.
Bang, kill
Ntar
bang.
gua kill balik.
Bang, teman-teman gimana bang? Cepet bang.
Pasman udah buka XP.
Bang, sebelum diguyur Kora bang.
Udah selesai.
Bang. Ya diguyur Kora dari gua nih. Kamu
Ah,
diorcok.
Dia
Nge-heal dia.
expert lah.
Dia malah nge-heal jing.
Aduh sekarat dia.
Bang, nggak di Discord dia bang. Anjing keburu dibunuh Kora gua.
Sekarat dia anjing, 2 kill apa?
Mar, di mana Mar?
Gantian lu telanjang.
Gak ada di Discord ya.
Dang, bilangin dang.
Udah keluar tuh dia. Jangan telanjang lagi.
Ya Allah lari. Anak.
Mi, oke lu. Itu cicak lab Mi.
Mi itu siapa Mi? Gue ditebak kembar lagi Mi.
Woi.
Wow.
Jing aja ya.
Mana tebakannya aja?
Itu lihat di chat.
Bangsat nih aja.
Ntar.
Anjing kan.
Anjay.
Jing aja. Siapa yang nyawer?
Emang kalau udah kendaraan seakrab itu ya.
Kata gua.
Siapa jelas tahu aja.
Nih, gua
Ayo,
lihat.
udah Langsung ayo, gerak yuk.
Ayo, berangkat.
Yuk, yang bis BK langsung Thailand guys. Tuh.
Aduh lupa namanya Mi.
Siapin portal letter 1 ya.
Semarang sama baik nih.
Elan.
Sar, kaget kayak biasa, Sar.
Oke, siap Mas Alif. Udah
Ada
di
satu kan?
posisi kita. Ada.
Saat.
Ada.
Siap leader tahu dong.
Yang bener dong man.
Ayo ACC berangkat, ACC.
Waduh. Dia
Siapa lagi yang belum
belum
pasti?
kan?
Buja sama Patwell. Partinya itu Patwell.
Lu nyerang gua sih, Mi.
Masa lu Jul?
Oh, bertiga itu ya.
Kau nyerang gue lu, Mi.
Gemoy lu yang sebelah lu Jul.
Anjing, licin banget pala gue itu, Mi. What the fuck?
Berato jembatan juga sini jembatan.
Dapat dari mana?
Konyol.
Bisa
Kita,
kan?
kita serang aja lu. Ini bocah tuh.
Ngentot konyol.
Gitu.
Ngentot.
Mi makan apa Mi? Kasian banget gue liatnya.
Kontol. Gak kai.
Cuma makan Mi.
Bantis makan lo bantis.
Anjing. Ini siapa?
Skeleton.
Siapa, Cok?
Oke bantis.
Emang gitu tuh.
Apa? Yang satu kekeringan, yang satu obesitas sih.
Konyol Edi dikasih buatan Edi nih entot.
Aduh.
Apa? Bisa gua lo aja.
Dia aja lagi chat ya tanah gua.
Ya dia dari kemarin nih bikin gini. Minta
Boleh jadi thumbnail nggak, Duk?
bisa gue edit
Mari makan bahasa.
Pria obesitas asal Bogor anjing.
Anjing, ada yang
Kayak
mau
gombel sih.
Mari makan bakso.
Dipin ngentot.
Party Mang.
Mau ambil.
Jaga doang. Ya kalau nggak ada orang boleh.
Itu dia hunting apa di hunting ya saat hunting apa deh ya?
Iya kayaknya. Mau gue cek dulu deh.
Coba.
Kalau nggak ada berarti kalau lu berarti nongkrongnya gua.
Jangan bongong Intara, yang di RJ jangan bongong juga.
Iya leveling.
Berarti kok.
Ya.
Itu yang di arah atas hunting ya. Pin, hajar dulu Pin. Ngecek dulu Pin. Berdua Pin. Yo. Guys, yuk. Sabar. Ini takutnya bukan hunting. Bentar Mas Satrio, ntar gue nyusul sama si Gelpin. Gua counter dia. Nah ini nih Pin. Takut jadi bahan TPN nih. Dari arah atas. Separti dia. Mati.
Jalan woi, yang bisa dicek ini woi. Miles Ujas, kerang ajaib.
Terus Pin. Ntar gua TP ke sana gua kalau. Sama-sama. Orang leveling kayaknya. Gak tahu separti dia.
Ya turun yuk, bling bawah yuk.
Ada yang reload.
Bukan arba jadi.
Yo, aman.
Racernya mati ya? Udah mati racernya.
Apaan?
Biarin aja. Ready Pin?
Siapa?
Sabar. Udah perang.
Ban TP-nya kali, Mang.
Udah call.
Bunuh aja apa gimana?
Terima Pin.
Kalau cek CP dulu ngapain dia? Kalau oh, yang baca leveling dia.
Pokoknya dia. Bang, tolong benerin internet saya, jangan malah streaming. Tolong profesionalitas. Kok ini sih anjing.
Apa sih, Jo?
Woi,
Yang komen di dia random banget.
kayaknya aku udah lihat kemarin.
Ngapain ini?
Gak tahu anjing. Tukang galon lah, tukang kuli lah, misi, Cindy Home lah. Jo, emang lu boti, kata GL gua gitu soalnya. Radinala Ali kali itu.
Bandel banget aja mukanya.
Sebagai sempit dong.
Oh, rusuh nih, udah mulai rusuh nih. Jangan bengong, 4 menit lagi teman-teman.
You caught me off my guard when you smiled my way. I had the words lined up, then they slipped away. I made another joke like I always do, but every little laugh led me back to you. It's getting harder to play it cool when I'm with you. I almost told you.
Di mana saat?
Udah di jembatan, Lip.
Udah di atas kita nih.
Baca chat gue IKN. Ini IKN, baca chat gue IKN.
Tadi yang DRJ man.
Bangun men. Ini Tara men.
Tadi dulu yang DRJ.
Masih depan Iron. Turun. Dia nabrak mulut.
Ayo. Ya, kaget gerak. Ayo. Hajar. Langsung guys.
IKN gerak.
Udah.
Masuk.
Gua des dari atas. Gua des. Rato. Naik rata. Naik.
Mantap banget, mantap banget lo. DS semua.
Jadi berarti DRJ man.
Reload, scroll lagi yang mati.
Let's go, tembakin guys.
Langsung tele.
RJ pegangan, ready RJ.
Hati-hati ya.
Pada rata itu. Siap wave, guys. Ayo, habis.
Habiskan dia.
Habis.
Maaf guys, kita kayaknya balik ke atas kali ya. Ininya ya, kagetnya.
Udah.
Oh, masih aman.
Ntar tim pesantren.
Oke, siap.
Lip, gue berangkat Lip.
Ya.
Hati-hati Nan.
Kita
Sabar,
Min
Gus.
2 ya.
Sabar, Gus.
Siapin dulu deh.
WR baca, WR spek. Tuh.
Tolong, Gus. Gus, tolong, Gus.
Ready, RJ, ready. Datang.
You don't have to answer now. I can see you're thinking.
Rame banget mereka, ready guys. Ready guyur ya.
Means a little more. I've been here long enough to know when not to push. I'd rather wait a while than rush into goodbye. No pressure, no pretending. Just tell me when you're ready. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere. Take your time. I'll still be right here. If your heart needs a little room, I'll be here.
DPS. Belato DPS mereka telecek.
Perfect way to start this conversation. No perfect line to change everything. So I'll be the silence right where it is. Sometimes it's enough to say what words can't. No more guessing, no more fear. I'm already here. Take your time. You don't have to hurry. Take your time. I'll still understand if your heart needs another day. I'll be here either way. Whatever you decide, don't say it for me. Say it for yourself.
Belato yang belum tele tahan. Scatter guys.
Take your time. That's all I need. When you're ready, I'll be smiling just the same. You called me out the blue, said, how have you been? We talked like nothing changed, then laughed again. I almost let it end the way it always does, but something felt different between us. If I let this fade, I'll never know. So here I go. One more try, that's all I'm asking. One more night to see where this goes. We don't have to rush, we don't need a plan. Just don't let go of my hand. I know we missed 1,000 chances, said too little at the wrong times. Maybe we're late, maybe we're not. I'm tired of guessing what we've got. If we're this close, why turn around? Not now. One more try, that's all I'm asking. One more night to see where this goes. If you're still unsure, I'll understand. Just don't leave yet, stay where you are. That's all I'm asking. One night before goodbye. If this is the start or the end, I'm glad we talked again. I saw you looking over, then you looked away. I almost said your name, but let it fade. I keep it simple like I always do. Guess I've been hiding every word from you. One more step, one more breath. Maybe this is it. I'll say it first, even if my voice shakes. I'll say it first, no more waiting. If you feel the same, take my hand. If you don't, I'll understand. Funny how a second can feel so long. Every little chance was gone too soon. I'm done pretending I'm alright. I'd rather know than wonder why. No more running, no more doubt. Here we are
Halo,
now. I'll say it first,
langsung guys.
even if my voice shakes. I'll say it first, no more hiding. If you feel the same,
Elan udah ya, Ses?
stay with me. If you don't, that's okay. I don't need
Jangan telat guys.
big time. I just need to tell the truth.
Si masperan aja. Jadi tinggal disapin aja nih sama ini.
Say it first, even if my voice shakes. I'll say it first, that's enough for me. Whatever comes after tonight, at least I know I tried. We used to leave too soon, before the night was done. Afraid to say too much, so we'd say none. Now we're taking our time, one word at a time. Nothing feels forced, nothing feels rushed. I can see it in your eyes, we're alright. No reason to run, no reason to hide. Let's stay here one more night. No reason to rush, no need to decide. We'll find our way side by side. Every little pause feels easier now when I feel in silence just to make a sound. The more we slow down, the more I know this is where I wanna be. No more waiting for the perfect chance to take this dance. No reason to rush, no reason to leave. Stay a little close to me. No reason to rush, we'll be alright. One small step at a time. I don't need a promise tonight. Just keep walking by my side. No reason to run, no reason to hide. Everything feels right. No reason to rush, no looking back. Let's keep moving like this. You showed up right on time, like you always do. No big plans tonight, just me and you. We talked about nothing, then everything. Funny how that happens so naturally. Every little moment pulls me in once again. It still feels easy when you're around. It still feels easy. No up and down. I don't have to be someone new. It still feels easy being with you. I don't need fireworks to call this love. Just the way you smile is more than enough. Every quiet second says so much without trying too hard. Nothing complicated, nothing to chase. Just your face. It still feels easy, like the first day. It still feels easy. Nothing has changed if tomorrow comes just like today. I'd be happy either way. Maybe this is what I've wanted, something simple that keeps lasting. It still feels easy. That's the truth, it still feels easy. Next to you, if this is all we ever need, then I'm already happy. We kept missing chances by a day or two, always bad timing. Never me and you. Then you showed up smiling like nothing had changed. Somehow everything wasn't the same. Funny how one small moment can change your mind. You're worth the wait. I'd do it again. Every wrong turn led me here. You're worth the wait. Now I can see the right time found me. We don't have to Maybe we just got here when it mattered. You're worth the wait, more than I knew. Every long road led to you. You're worth the wait. Now take my hand. Let's see where this goes. I used to read too much into every word, trying to find a sign that was never there.
Wih,
Now we're talking easy.
Question, maybe
like we
there's also a
always
little
langsung aja
bit
take
extra that
topik
we're
guys.
not seeing when it comes to scrims. Maybe they are also able to get their hands on it in that regard. But do we feel that a support IO is easier to answer, or does it still fall under that category of it's a support, you don't want to put too much emphasis on it in a draft?
Wisp is a very game-defining hero, regardless of if it's a core IO or if it's a support IO. It defines your entire draft. It changes the way Dota functions. So it doesn't matter. You're forced to address it.
Yeah, I mean, the key functionality of this hero is that he is a battery. He is tethered to someone else and empowers them, especially from a support role. And so you need, like, it just changes what you need and what you have, because now you need extra damage to kill this guy. You need more stuff so that whenever they run in with all this healing and movement speed, you can actually mow them down, which is why stuff like Drow Ranger, TB, heroes that are ranged turrets, and you can buy Scotty, you can deal with a lot of the HP regen or classic counters, or stuff like Disruptor, Silencer, which you may not see here, but they deal with relocate completely and delete some of that global pressure that IO also brings.
There are supports as well that are popular within the
Gitu
meta
kan.
that are good historically
13
against support
juta.
IOs who gains you and surprises you with relocate. Like Winter Wyvern, for example, is one that's been popular. Bane is one that you could play. Willow kind of functions as a soft counter with the Terrorize as well. There are means to address a support IO.
I feel like the big question for me is, does Nigma play it as a core? Because I just see Sumail being the kind of guy where he goes like, yeah, of course it's IO.
He does, actually.
He does actually?
Yes, I believe during the OG period, IO core was still something that was done a little bit. Or there was, I remember distinctly, there was some team that knows all at a point where he was playing core IO from time to time. I believe it was when he was playing safe lane. So I think he is capable of doing so.
That was a while ago, though. I'm not saying muscle memory doesn't count for something, but I was changed.
It absolutely has, but I think Sumail is the kind of player who has the confidence to do something like
I
that.
will say Sumail has not changed though.
Yes.
If he believes that he can play it, he will play it.
Yeah.
It's on Invoker safe lane from him, so like, of course he'll play it.
It would be nice to see the bait and switch, because that could just change the way that Yandex wanted to approach this IO with the knowledge that it's probably a support. And if we talk about the Earth Spirit that's come out, we did mention a little bit that sometimes Yandex first bans the Earth Spirit when they have first pick, which you don't necessarily want to do as a first pick team, because CJ has played it, he's played it 3 times I believe, and it hasn't looked amazing in his hands. He has like 1 win, 2 losses. He's not the most comfortable on this hero, but versus the IO, you've got the damage, you've got the early vessel buyer, which is the most important thing, and you've got the pressure.
I think it's also interesting how these two heroes to me are two of the hardest scaling heroes that we've seen here at TI. Like when I think about it, like
Ini mah
Wisp
Nigma
reaches
DKI
25,
ini.
the game is just over, or when First Spirit reaches 25, the game is just over, and now we finally get to see them battle it out between each other.
Yeah, with the Largo band as well, it opens up the vessel for Earth Spirit having a really great timing there, so you don't have easy vessel purge super early on in the game. So it makes a lot of sense as a counter. I like it a lot. I find it funny that Yandex bans the Huskar whenever last series we saw Enigma being the ones banning the Huskar. A little bit of a Lornoff respect once again, because he is pretty competent on that hero, and I think the Surge Grade hero, if he gets shut down early, you don't get to that stage where you're snowballing out of control and you're getting like higher and higher in levels, because this is a hero that has some downtime periods. And so you want to make sure the early game is rolling, that you get those kills, and I think the mid lane pairs very well with that to keep the steamroll and make sure Earth Spirit continues scaling it as it gets tilted.
I feel like stylistically, Lornoff should be a pretty good player against Earth Spirit. I think the type of heroes that he likes to play are more of like the carry types, and they tend to be strong laners that like to play against like slightly weaker melee laners in the mid lane. So for that reason, I find it interesting that Nigma lets it through. We also saw, like we already mentioned, Yandex are banning this hero yesterday, so question marks about how comfortable Shira is on her spirit. Though we saw her play a Wisp yesterday that wasn't super comfortable, and he still managed to pull it off.
Yeah, this also ties a little bit into the first ban Ember. Ember is one of the best heroes against First Spirit because you buy the Vessel and the Mage Player yourself, and you can sort of outfight him in the skirmishes. The chains lock him down so we can't roll around like a crazy person. So having that pre-ban in the first phase, sometimes it can actually give you free bans later on because you don't have to ban Ember like you would have. Instead you could ban the Huffstar, and now maybe you feel like his responses are not really there.
Mascara fell off a bit, but I think Slardar has been kind of underutilized as a mid-hero versus Earth Spirit, where some teams had the idea and they did. I've seen a couple of Slardar bans against Earth Spirits. I've also seen a couple of teams try it early on in the tournament, and it worked on the lane, but they just couldn't win. But it does make me feel a little bit sad that it hasn't been experimented with more because it works really well on the lane.
I agree with you. It is a very strong laning counter. I sadly don't think we're going to see Lornoff play it because I just don't think it's his type of hero. It's not like the guy that's going to become the carry at the end of the day and win them the game. But maybe Lornoff has more tricks up his sleeve than I know.
Yeah, this is funny because it feels very similar to the way the Game 1 draft of the Yandex series went yesterday, where they picked the IO plus Largo. Now we see the IO plus Necrophos. It's we're the Giga Healers. Respond to us. We've got the Ball of Death coming towards you. You need to deal with that in some way. And so I looked at Yandex for high DPS, something like a Drow Ranger or a Shadow Fiend, some hero that can sit there and pump out the damage. If you don't have that, then it can look like Nigma series last night, and the Necrophos becomes unkillable. He's blinking into your face, and you just can't deal with him.
I think generally when you play against Wisp, you always need to try to figure out how do we kill one hero? How do we manage to overcome the healing? How do we manage to overcome all of this stuff that they're presenting to us? And going back to like the 25s, I think of Earth Spirit as like infinite damage. That's basically what a 25 is. It just keeps magnetizing forever. And Wisp is like infinite healing, so we're truly gonna get like Unstoppable Force meets Unbreakable Wall in this game.
The thing is though, infinite healing, I mean up until level 25 after the level 20 magnetize amplification, infinite healing works very well against magnetize. Like the early levels of magnetize aren't that much damage, it's like for slower drawn out fights. And it's not gonna be just the healing from IO and his locket, it's the Necrophos as well. It's too much healing for the early magnetizing, so while there is damage between Yandex's first two picks, it's not enough.
Is the only way to look at a healing lineup counter to be we need to burst them down, or are there other avenues that you could go down?
I mean, generally speaking, drafts that have all the healing tend to have very low cap. So if you think about IO has absolutely no way to catch you, Necro has very little ways to catch you. Technically he can fight you from HP, but that's not really how you want to use himself. Yeah, so you can try to abuse the map instead and say that, they can run around as 5 and be an unbreakable ball, but we will just abuse the map and get way more resources out of the map and play the game that way.
Yeah, you're playing for a later, more key timing where you can just run them over and out-damage the healing. And they're prioritizing the carry last pick. Picking Underlord into Necrophos here, it can potentially be a little worrisome. This is a lane, it's a big high HP melee hero who's running into now Heartstopper Ore. So it's going to take him down, and over a long lane, especially with IO, that's so many resources that they're laning together that you have to get through. This is a potential problem that I am curious to see how Yandex can actually deal with, because they think it's fine, right? They pick the Underlord into the Necrophos.
I mean, Underlord provides a lot of damage, right? That's what they're looking at. They're looking at the Firestorm rather than him being a tanky blob sitting in the front lines. I think that's what they're looking for. And also, it ends up becoming a very good tool for them to kill the Storm Spirit. The route that he has, amazing against Storm. It's one of the fastest casting stuns that you could have, and it will immediately catch the Storm when he zips in.
Another aspect to it is just the global presence of Underlord is really valuable versus IO relocate, especially support IO, who's going to be making aggressive moves early on. You can match that with the Underlord if he has a good lane. You were talking about how you can play the map versus healing lineups. Isn't Watson the type of guy to call for an overall last pick, not a Siren?
It's an interesting idea, but I feel like Metro is quite strong against it, and Storm kind of fixes the map issues, right? That's why Storm IO is so strong, is because you can now, you have the healing, and now you shut down the map play with the Storm. You have a hero that can basically catch from anywhere on the map. They've solved that issue, and this is just a prime example. Enigma understand IO better than probably any team.
That's a good point. I do feel like Watson's looking at an illusion here, though. Like, if he's just the type of guy to see it.
I feel like any hero that buys Scott, and a lot of the illusion heroes do like heavy stat items, and so Terrorblade potentially could be there.
It's very possible. I think one of the, like, whenever you pick Clockwork Storm like this on Enigma Galaxy, you're fixing some of your catch issues, but you're opening a new problem, which is that your damage it doesn't come from that many heroes. Storm is not a particularly high damage hero, neither is Clockwork. Io is not either. And so it's a lot of sort of slower, more low damage. And so if you're not ahead and snowballing, then they can reach a point where now Yandex, even though they don't have healing or stuff that's particularly tanky, you don't have amazing ways to actually deal the damage if you're not able to stick on top of them and man up. And so a lot depends on the early game and can you get the ball rolling? Can you actually reach the point where we're so tanky we can run into the pit, arrow, burst, or magnetize, and we're not going to die anyway? Because if you do die, then running in, which is how you do your damage with these heroes, can be very problemsome.
I mean, Io providing that extra mana amplification for Storm Spirit could solve a little bit of the damage issues you talked about. Like if early game he can go in with 2 more zips, 2 more extra remnants than he can because of the overcharge, could that be the difference maker?
It's definitely part of it, for sure. And Io Storm is a very solid combo. Storm has a good lane against Earth Spirit, one of the few heroes that can actually pressure him a little bit at least. And you don't have to fight into the Underlord early on. That is definitely a great counter to Storm, but it doesn't kick in really until later when you get like Aetos or Underlord has the Ags and can pit you easier. If he riffs in, well, you see it coming and you can just zip away. And so they do have the potential to play fast and aggressive and use their early laning advantage with Io Necro.
I think the last piece missing for Enigma here is to solve their team fight. When you're trying to create a very strong IO draft, the last hero that you need is something that really enables the team fight, because that's the last aspect of your game that you're looking for. And they went for Kez and SF bans, which I think traditionally are very good at killing the tanky frontline boys. So I'm looking for some sort of team fight solve here for them.
I mean, what's left? It's usually Darkseer as the team fighting offlaner when Centaur's gone and Timber's gone. Enigma.
It's the king of team fighting at TI.
It is.
It's the black hole.
I feel like if you're gonna pick Enigma against DM, you better know what you're doing. This bro loves this hero. He's gonna know the ins and outs. He's gonna know where you're gonna want to farm. He's gonna know how to counter you. You need to be confident in the Enigma plays you're bringing.
I saw one of the greatest Enigma players in the world play this hero up against Drow Ranger and really struggle. I feel like there's a lot of value for Drow here. It's very good against Io. It has the healing reduction. It's a hero that could snowball out of control here. I'm looking at the Drow for Watson as a potential hero here.
Yeah, I think he's looking at it too. I think you want something like that. I can tell you, while DM may love Enigma, okay, there's the illusion guy, so it's Scotty Byer.
That's right.
As always, it's one of the classic IO answers whenever we would pick that hero back in the day. Literally every game you play against Drow Ranger or TV. You never play against anything else. It's just one of those two heroes, and I think they knew that was coming, and they are okay with it. Like, the issue with the TB into this is that it's a bit of a slower hero.
Siapa yang udah di TKP?
Ghost Shroud. Necrophos versus TB is generally a pretty decent matchup for Necro, so I think they were pretty okay with it. So it's a very back and forth lineup. I think there's timings that change as time passes. It's one of those games where if you've got an advantage, you want to seize it, because you never really have a full understanding of when the timing will switch into the other direction, because there's so many factors at play.
The only thing I would want to add is that regardless of it not being the perfect TV game, I believe Watson, it's one of his top 3 best carry heroes. He's delivered, he's been stable, he hasn't choked, and he hasn't felt the pressure on this main stage. What I really want to look towards is CJ, and to see if yesterday's game versus Liquid injected him with the confidence to finally pop off on Earth Spirit, because if he does, I do feel like Yandex have a fantastic draft. Earth Spirit is still a hero that can set all of the tempo. It can take advantage of big cooldowns like Relocate in the early game and Black Hole. So let's see what you're made of, CJ.
Personally, I'm super excited about the Enigma. I feel like it's one of the few games where he can actually get Blink, BKB, and be that end game threat, you know? A single Black Hole could win them this game at any moment. And I feel like that's super exciting to have here at the TI main stage.
More importantly, have Yandex been able to deal with the first pick, Io? That was something every other team that has come up against Enigma Galaxy has been afraid of. A GH Io, an Io lineup in the hands of Enigma Galaxy. Do Yandex have the answer when we look at draft?
I think they have good answers, yes. But I think Io is a hero that in practice, or in theory rather, you may have counters and these things, but in actuality, when you play against it, he's running around super fast and he's everywhere, and the game is really weird and strange. And so you never really know if you've properly dealt with it until the ending screen says victory. And so until they see those green words, then who knows?
Is that a similar thing for you as well, Sadie, or is it just you're only focusing on the Enigma still?
I mean, I'm very focused on the Enigma. I feel like for Enigma's side, what I see is they have tried to set up a potential we win all the lanes kind of situation, and then we can snowball that to victory. And Io from ahead is one of the scariest heroes that you can go up against. So I'm honestly really excited to see this game. I can't wait.
And any last thoughts as well from you, Mira? Very quickly.
I do think the pressure is on CJ to deliver on the main stage, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do.
Alrighty, we'll see if CJ can have a game for himself. But more importantly, before we get into the game, we're going to hear exactly how Yandex's coach feels about their Game 1 draft.
Thank you very much. Yes, I am joined by Excel of a Yandex. Bold idea to let Io go through. Io has been one of the centerpieces of all of your drafts recently, and yet you let Nigma get first pick on it. I was wondering if you could tell me your reasoning.
I mean, I think Io is main impo if it's the core. As a support, it doesn't feel too strong, so we will see.
Were you at all worried that they may flex the IO? Because I saw even your last phase bans, you were only targeting offlaners. You seemed quite confident this was going to be a GH IO and not a Sumail IO.
I mean, we were aware like it can be flexed, but I think it's very high chance it's going to be post-5. So we don't overthink it too much, but we were aware.
Okay. And then your final pick, ending up for the Terrorblade. I was wondering what the options were, because we were thinking maybe Drow Ranger might be another option. Is there any reason why you ended up going with Terrorblade?
I mean, we had options, but I will not speak them, tell them, obviously. TB, I mean, I think it's just a Giga Watson hero. It's also a really good matchup into Enigma, so yeah.
And then my last question is about your movement throughout the tournament. I know we had spoken yesterday that at the group stage you guys weren't too confident in yourself. Then you end up doing extremely well yesterday. How are you trying to keep that same carefree attitude as you go further into the bracket?
I mean, first I didn't say we were not confident. We were confident, but we didn't have any expectations. And it's just it's the attitude, right? Like how we take things. It's not about us not being confident. So yeah. Now nothing changed from yesterday. We just here play every game like last, try our best.
Let's see if your best pays off. Excel, good luck in game number 1 as we send it to our casters.
Thank you very much there, Excel and Tsunami, getting ready for what should be a fantastic end to the day here. Yandex versus Nigma Galaxy. Fog, two teams with sort of very different sort of trajectory getting to this point, right? We have Yandex, who's been kind of hot through the season. They came in a little shaky in the group stage, but as we saw yesterday against Liquid, kind of broke Liquid down. They look to be back on form. Nigma Galaxy, ever since we saw them in the qualifiers for International, it was clear that this iteration is better than ever.
There's some magic going with them for sure. I know me and you covered them a bunch during that call.
And it was like, oh,
these guys are doing it. Like this Lorenoff edition, he is incredible.
Samael on the carry, pretty good.
Working. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I think we have, yesterday we did see this kind of similar thing where it's this team of burst damage versus this healing type of strategy. This one, sure, there's some different nuances that come into play, but it could come into that similar factor, Will they have enough damage to burst through the healing? And is it going to come too late at some point for the side of Yandex? Because I do look at the side of Nigma, just like Insania finished the panel with there, there's definitely the potential for them to win.
8 menit lagi.
Kind of snowball that factor. And they have that insurance policy. The BKB Enigma. There's no BKB cancel in this game. They'll have to itemize for it somehow, or the TB just has to be outside and be able to wail on him from the distance. Can't get caught in it. We'll have to see which one ends up working out, which idea ends up being stronger. Let's see what it's going to be. Tons of magic damage, for sure. I think this might be 2 lineups with some of the most magic damage I've seen in this.
No, absolutely, absolutely. There's going to be a lot of potential for early to mid-game brawls, and brawls that, for some of the more fragile heroes earlier on, like the Terrorblade, might be tough to get through, but obviously Watson on the Terrorblade, one of his best. He is ready to survive through numerous situations to get to the point where he's going to be ready to carry Team Yandex. Overall as well, interesting thoughts obviously from Axel, and understandable, I guess, or would you say maybe a risk that you actually might regret taking looking back, leaving the IO in, because you know it's not going to be this core IO that's been kind of busted. Sure. It is the support IO, but it is GH IO, and historically,
ya udah masukin lagi tuh jatuhnya. Gua di luar lagi.
Because he's kind of good on this.
100%, but they didn't give it for free. They did get the OP Earth Spirit, right? So they do especially have that vessel carrier, that hero that just dictates the pace, that can just be that momentum carrier. The question is he going to be able to carry that early momentum for the team to get to those later stages where the TB is going to be that turret? I'm curious to see how it's going to go, because Lorenoff, sure, Storm has had a bit of a difficulty in this tournament. Yeah, this is one of his special heroes. And the lane overall versus the Earth Spirit, it's good for the Storm. So looking forward to see how these lane matchups do end up going. We have 3 bounties going the way of Nigma. So as we said, if they can get the ball rolling early, can be some very good signs for them.
For sure. But yeah, I think this mid in particular, as you say, Lorinov on the Storm. The rough games of Storm have been pretty rough. It looks to be on a completely different level to the Spirit, the wrong way round.
100%.
Spirit's just been dominating Storm. It's like, well, I guess there was nothing else left to pick. Let's try the Storm. And then a lot of teams, I feel like they do regret trying the Storm. We'll see if it's going to be different here today for Enigma Galaxy.
And we do have to mention for the Storm, right? Look at the control that there is. There's going to be the Underlord Pit, the Arrow, the Earth Spirit Silences, the Bushwhacks, etc. There's going to be a lot of things to trip up Lorinov, but let's see if the heals, right? That's the thing that they do have the answer. So, yeah, really look at this.
Permainan itu
lanes go down and see if this Underlord DM actually has a decent lane, because this one does feel tough. This Underlord versus the Io Necro, it's kind of like an infinite resource lane.
That's the thing, right? It's how do you pressure this safe lane Necro when he's, Sumail's got the backup of GH on an Io. These two, a few levels in it, even at straight away level 1, right?
Apa ya dulu Doge kayaknya gua beli di harga berapa ratus.
Maybe they'll have some early rotations coming in. To sort of add that
Sempat naik ke berapa Doge itu keceban.
But even then, it's not going to be easy to pressure
Elon
Necrophos in the laning stage.
Elon Musk.
They're just gonna have to. This is more like them just having to withstand it. You pick this Underlord for the overall game to have these buff ups, have these auras.
Itu berapa ya? Pas 4.000 kayaknya gua jual.
Storm eventually is gonna be fantastic.
Nggak yakin deh ya.
It'll be a slower start for
Atau sampai ceban. Tapi mentok di situ turun levelnya jauh lagi.
For Yandex has been very crucial how his early game can go sometimes. Yesterday he had an insane game on the Tide. Sure, he was versus the side lane Ember, which was great for him, but we'll see how it is when it's slowed down.
And what's the bottom lane going to look like? Is it
Kenapa?
a situation where Divide, early on, is he going to be able to sort of be left on his own? And is there going to be the freedom for Omar to make moves across the map? Or does Omar have to stay down here and kind of keep this Enigma safe?
You want to stay down here with the Enigma. You want to use this as like a pressuring hero with the Eidolons. This hero, sure, you are still about to beat KB Black Hole eventually, but laning phase, you want to at least try to play with the level 2 Eidolons. A little difficult versus the Terrorblade and the Miranda because they can hit them pretty decently from that distance, but I don't want to see Omar moving around too far away from here. Definitely want to try to slow down this Terrorblade start, and not even just the Terrorblades, let's be honest here too, right? Just Watson's start. Yesterday was such an absurd performance from Watson in both games.
Kind of
super carried.
Exactly, especially in that first game.
First game.
Turnaround with his performance on that Wind Ranger, absolutely on another level. Top lane, actually going to get a chance to make a bit of an attempt for Sumail, and they've got enough damage to bring him down. First blood for Saxa. And sort of a situation where GH might be in trouble on top of that. We'll be able to tether over to the creep wave, so it should be okay, but a kill that I don't think Enigma Galaxy was expecting to give up this early in that lane setup.
I don't think almost anybody was going to see that one, right? Sure, Hoodwink does absurd damage as a support, but still getting the connection versus the two of them there. That was really impressive.
Bottom Omar. Got some good cog control there, by the way of Malady, but going to be left incredibly low. Will be chased down by the solution from Watson.
Got Tango regen. Should be okay. But wow, yeah, this top lane, that's something you do not expect to happen. You know, this Underlord, this is a lane where he's supposed to just endure. Getting a kill, that's a really good start there for you.
Oh, absolutely. And honestly, looking at the CS as well, yeah, again, with this pressure, Sumail, he's not having complete free farm up here. Yeah, that's going to come across. He's going to be all right, but again, relatively all right. Left very, very low. DM and Saxa are finding ways to put pressure onto these two in ways that I don't think they were expecting.
Saxa has, honestly, he's one of those that works his magic sometimes. We saw it on his Bounty Hunter yesterday, right? He just killed, what, 6, 7, 8 couriers in the first 10 minutes or so. He doesn't sometimes just win lanes that aren't supposed to win, so really impressive coming out from Saxa here. Keeping that harassment going, getting some good bounces onto GH also.
Roll here for the water rune. Chira Jr. able to get in time and make sure that Lorenov's not going to be able to get the bottle refill. So
yeah.
Matchup though, we're seeing Lorenov. He is ahead, 28-3 to that 20.
He's doing well.
He's doing very well as we expected him to. This bottom lane though, I kind of thought Divide would get a little more out of this here, but he's getting punished similar to the Underlord, and he doesn't even have a kill to his name. So they're doing a great job down here on the side of Yandex.
Chira Jr. finding a lovely opportunity to get on top of Lorenov. Gank comes in from Saxa. They're going to be able to bring the Storm down. I mean, that whole little move there where Chira Jr. was able to roll in, get that water rune taken away, and make sure that he was in a very healthy position, as opposed to Lorenov, who was sitting pretty low there in that mid. trying to scramble towards that level 6. That death's gonna hurt.
Saksa early game though. Immediately he pressures top, gets them a kill, comes mid with the TP, gets a secondary one. As I said, this is the guy to watch in these first 10 minutes. They were talking about it's for you know, the Earth Spirit for Chira Jr. to enable him as much as possible so he can get that early vessel. That's the way you do it. You go for that early rotation. And I think now at this point, they're happy with top, right? Now they should definitely not get another kill up there. I think now is where they back up. Saksa can make his moves around, and DM is going to get as much as he can with just pulling the lane back.
Detik 5
Huge plays. Could look to do it again. I think Lornoff should be able to get the 6 before that 6-minute rune.
Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a window, but might be too small for Yandex to try and strike again.
Yep, small stacks also now for DM. Does pull the creeps into this neutral camp, so we'll be able to get a little extra in the lane.
I'll get the 6 safely here from the Mud Golems.
Yeah, just playing it safe.
Very close to it.
I like this. Rather than playing on the top side where you expect a hoodwink to be annoying you, right? You play on the bottom side where you don't have to risk. Try to secure that rune on the Storm Spirit. Still not quite the 6. He is 3 experience away, but should be able to get it for 1 creep. Illusion for Chira. He could make a rotation with this. He is 6, has the magnetize.
I mean, yeah, him and Saxa, if they want to try and hit the top, it's going to be pretty nice.
Yeah.
We'll be under the ward, though, so Saxa will get the D ward. Might make things a little tricky to sort of catch GH and Samel by surprise now. So looks like Chira Jr. is going to opt to swing back towards the mid. Has also been hit out by the scan. So Enigma Galaxy, they're going to be on, you know, super careful positioning on that top lane now.
GH is moving bottom. He's got the spirits primed up to go for a pressure player onto Watson. Rotation's coming though. Chira
aja langsung masuk.
He's going to be ready to back this up. Cog's already down though from Omar. Temporarily pushing Chira back, but he's still able to close in with the slow. Omar likely to fall, but the space is given for Divide to back away from this rotation.
Clean connection there from Chira. Lornoff, of course, will get some space out of it, but this Earth Spirit already getting off to a hot start here. And as we said, he's the key target for the side of Yandex to get that vessel.
He certainly is.
Pressure this IO.
And it's a story that we've seen
too much.
Many times. Many times. There's many games we've been looking at the screen and being like, my goodness, this hero's kind of busted.
How did Earth Spirit make it through?
How did it make it through again and again? And it's a risk, you know, Enigma Galaxy decided to take. It may pay off, and if it does, it's one of those things it's a big payoff, right? If you're able to leave this hero in the draft and defeat it, it's going to feel amazing here at this international.
100%. This could be a series where ILB, right? This is a very contested hero. Whoever gets it could potentially just run away with it, but if they can answer it, could put some fear into Enigma. Lornoff, he's going to go his Greaves build. We did see a Greaves build the other day. It was versus the Little Friends, which wasn't so great. But in this game, can absolutely see the synergy.
Yeah.
With the IO, you're going to get the double heal. It's good with the Necro. It's be able to dispel some of these roots and disables. But now the catch, Lornoff.
Kalau ITB dibuka namanya apa? Ability ya?
Bushwhack, the lockdown, not quite enough, but still with the amount of mana and the magnetize. And not much you can do against that. That's going to be a dead Storm Spirit. Another kill for Chira Jr. here with his Earth Spirit mid.
And another assist for Saksa. He is really crushing it in this early game on the support.
Yeah, I mean, it really does seem... I feel like if you look at any of Yandex's game in the first 10 minutes, Saksa, you can look at what it's doing in terms of the moves, and it has so much impact.
Another TP and Chira, super active here since he gets the kill off the mark with the kick, but should have enough for Divide.
And GH is going to try and help out.
Some heals coming in.
Coming with the tether onto Divide. Yeah. And with the Fiend's Gate turns with a Firestorm, it's going to be Divide gone. Lornoff's turned up to try and fight back, but I don't know if Enigma Galaxy can take this fight. GH in trouble. He'll tether across to Lornoff, but Chira Jr. finishes him off. Lornoff will be able to zip away, but Omar left behind. It's going to be Yandex cleaning up the 3 of them and only losing one of their own.
Oof. I was mentioning same with Insania, right? We were saying how Enigma has set themselves up with very strong lanes on paper, but it's Yandex outplaying with these with these rotations. This is a beautiful start.
Chira Jr. is already 4-0-2 on the Earth Spirit. It's early days, but it does feel like Spirit.
Lornoff, again.
Oh, they're going to set up. Arrows into the silence.
Again and again and again.
Oh, it's... You know, when you look at the 2 mids and the position they're in after this first 9 minutes of gameplay, it's quite painfully different. Chira Jr. 4-0-3, Lornoff 0-3-0.
And as we painted the picture,
Menang Yandex anjing.
versus the Storm, just in general, this hero has been so insane.
Bulantai ini.
Trying the Storm Spirit, but it feels like it does barely a fraction of what an Earth Spirit can do.
And he's squishy. He's very fragile compared to Earth Spirit, who, even if he's having a tough game, he will tank a lot of abilities, right? Look at the HP pool, 1,500 on the Earth Spirit. Storm Spirit, 1,000 HP. And as we said, it's a lot of couch for him this game. Already off to a very, very slow start for Lornoff. And he's been the clutch factor, right? We do have to talk about how important he has been for this team.
Yeah, he's done so much in some of their performances, and if he's able to do so this game, it is going to take him a long time to get to the point where he's going to be just able to make plays as a Storm Spirit. Until you kind of get those first 2 items online, especially when you're behind, you just don't really pose any sort of threat. You zip in, and you're having to zip out.
You really can't just start to chain die, and even not getting any galvanized stacks either, right? You really do start to feel that limited mana regen coming in. Starting to maximize as much as possible top, though. Sumail does have his relic done.
Okay.
GH is starting to get some jungle going, so they're still farming well, but these other 2 lanes, they've been pretty devastated. And at this point, you know, Divide, Enigma, this isn't a hero. Yes, sure, you have the plays to be able to go back for this blink, the BKB eventually, but usually the way this hero wants to play is you're pressuring. You're going for drums or your helm. You're taking the tier 1 pretty early and occupying the entire enemy jungle. This is just not the case this game by any means. Watson now has a free time into this game, a free entry to just go back, hit the neutrals, and be able to get those timings. If he can get to a Manta, get to a Scotty of course will be, I mean, the end-all be-all answer for everything with Enigma. If he can get to that freely, this game will be super difficult for them.
And that is the thing, right? Even if he does get the BKB blink, Black Hole, they might not be able to stop it by stunning him, but they might be able to stop it by killing
him, right? You have to find Watson is the key thing, right? If you don't get him in the hole, he will die. Yeah. So, another aggressive move. Lornoff is showing off.
Careful.
Into the roll.
Is there any way to save him? There is not. The pain continues here for Lornoff on the Storm.
Can they get Shira as a return?
I don't know.
Got a regen.
He's in Earth Spirit.
He might turn it himself too. The magnetize is going.
He's keeping it going. The pushback's going to be off the mark. Diving the tier 2. Well, Arrow does hit. It's a little appealing, but they'll hold back. They won't go for the tier 2 dive quite yet. Here,
Yandex is smashing this early game. Enigma, I felt like their lineup overall was the one to be designed to be the pressuring lineup. The fact that it's Yandex pressuring with this lineup poses big concern to Enigma for me.
It's rough. And Divide, I mean, he's getting space down here, but he's not very farmed. You know, he is as low as Lornoff's farm is as the Storm Spirit, and Lornoff's been picked off 4 times.
He is getting decent tower damage down here. He might be able to finish off the tier 1 with these Eidolons. Going to get very close to having it. A pause.
Di mana dia?
But this is a very slow start. You know, we were mentioning Enigma.
Jalan lu stream snap, bangke lu Jalan lu cabut lu mendingan. Cabut lu, sialan. Bangke, gua mau kelarin ini sebelum bubar anjir. Bangke lo bener-bener lo ya. Bener bubar anjir. Bubar. Gua mau kelarin sebelum bubar, Bambang. Sialan lo gua diudak-udak lo Revive bro. Oh, lu mau 1 lawan 1. Gua bantuin, jangan temen gua ada. Tenang. Revive ada gua. Nah, gua ada revive. Lu pulang dulu, golden anjir.
Hilang biar gak ketahuan hilang. Hilang. Dia gak bisa lihat yang hilang.
Lu pada pulang anjir, bener lu ya.
Hidup dia.
Partial gua deh, sialan lu ya. Kabur. Partial gua di ujung, bentar. Oke lu ya, bener-bener lu ya, digeruduk rame-rame, lu boleh lu ya. Apa cok, kok kayak segel? Iya. Jangan nakalan lu ya, gua digeruduk lu ya. Bibe anak sialan, Bang Dadang sialan. Bener-bener bangke lu ya. Masih ada TP, tenang, gua TP. Uluk emang sialan.
Udah dia udah TP jangan.
McDadang sialan.
Udah habis dia udah nggak bisa balik lagi kalau itu mati.
Ngabisin RC gua aja lo ya, bangke lo ya. Sialan lo ya.
Di deki kan? Siang.
Mati lagi, enggak. Daman. Ayo kita mulai. PVPCM, waduh PVPCM, Bang Eagle, aku ikut dong Bang Eagle. Bang Eagle, ikut dong. Booking 1, aku West XP dulu. Dante lu cabut kalau Dante anjir lu Dante lu Bos War, ayo kita mulai lagi bang, lu jalan lu bang, gua baru cepet ini gua mau PVP-an anjir, PVP gua belum mentok nih, kacau. Apa cincau anjir. Jalan lu bang, pada lu Buruan War, tar masih lama gua warnya.
Mana sih bukunya?
Aduh. Di sini ACC ya, buru kayak 9 menit lagi, kita war dulu yuk.
Satu
Apa
cek ya?
sih itu bujang? Kan lu dibilang bujang lu. Emang si bujang emang nih. Itu Hero Zero tinggi banget rate-nya, susah kan nyarinya susah. Nggak susah banget sih.
I'm already here. Take your time. Ooh, you don't have to hurry. Take your time. I'll still understand if your heart needs another day. I'll be here either way. Whatever you did.
Enigma looks to group up together. I believe it will be.
Moonlight Shadow coming in from Yandex. Lornoff gonna kind of zip right into them. He will be able to get the rune and zip away. Some out turnover was Malady. He'll drop the scythe down on a Malady. It's enough to take him out. Malady's gone, but he's caught here in the pit. It's gonna be the two of them gone. Well, CGH trying
700.000 sehari. Sehari itu berapa jam?
coming back in, of course, in a few seconds.
They're so ready, Owen.
They get the kill, but indeed they were fully set up. They're going to look over towards Chira Jr. Divide does have a black hole, and he will drop it to ensure that they have a chance and will succeed at bringing down the Earth Spirit.
Can they get out, though?
I don't know if they can. Sax is in with a bushwhack onto Divide. He's trying to back up under the tier 2. Few more right clicks from Saxa will finish the job. Divide falls.
Saxa is destroying this game. Every connection, they're reading all the plays too. 13-3. They were actually ready for the move before Nigma was, with their entire timing set up, with the blink, with the Greaves. They get the job. At least they get a return kill, but it's not really big enough by any means. Omar, if they get some more kills, Saxa would be a big one. He is worth quite a bit here, level 11 as well.
On off for Saxa. Malady will be able to finish Omar off. He's going to go for the TP out. Saxa. He just TPs away. He lives. Malady out of lead.
Get out too.
I mean,
he's fast.
Cruise into the river. He's pretty speedy here.
Oh, Device got him.
Okay, yeah, there we go. So at least something else. Nearly gets himself denied to the neutrals, but won't be the case. Defy able to take Malady down. Getting a support here in their last fight, of course, they did get the big killer taking down Shira Jr. But their other two cores able to turn up and walk away fully alive. You know, 4-0-4 on Watson so far this game, 1-0-7 on DM.
Look at Yandex though, no slowing down. Magnetize, it's at the ready again. They know that Nigma, they don't have the black hole ready. They know how much stronger they are at this point. This Axe Underlord came at such an early timing as well too. They just get the catch, they can just plop it on top of 3 heroes. Nigma tried to mount that first move before him, but just absolutely ready. And Watson continues to be a beast this game.
Chira Jr. ready to start the move. There's the follow-up with the Fiend's Gate straight in onto the two of them. Trying to come up with
Apa aja katanya ability-nya. Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Get a scythe off. He's not enough even with the scythe on his Saxa. As Samael's gone, GH dead once more.
Nerf Saxa right now in this game. This is insane.
And I feel like you can't really ban Saxa, right? His hero pool's pretty extensive. He's got a fair few of them that he is going to absolutely destroy an early game with.
What a performance from him, truly. Setting up for so many of these kills, surviving multiple times in these ganks. Very high level for him. Yandex.
Strength, please, strength.
This is a fantastic one, yeah. Get the shard with the Earth at some point, and he's prioritizing the blink.
Baru 6 anjing.
Yeah, wow. What a game here so far from Yandex. Nigma not able to get things together to get these big kills. They're just getting these small
Strength.
They've gotten Chira once.
They got him once.
But just once so far, and Watson still having a flawless performance. has the Manta. The Scotty's getting
Nih,
queued up.
trade gua aja.
20 seconds until
Strength,
we'll have
strength,
Divide
strength,
back
strength,
in the black
strength,
hole.
strength.
If they can try and find something again here.
He did buy the shard in between, so is looking to get some extra farm with it, but does mean that the BKB.
Ya Allah, masa 15 aja enggak.
Come to him in the next 5 minutes or so. They have so many ways to
30.
cancel it. Malady now having the Yule Scepter as well. So other answers now in Dota, of course. Sure,
Apa?
sometimes you might be able to not cancel.
Divide.
Arrow's there.
Meme aja apa?
That was an ambitious black hole. I don't know about that one, Fog.
He is very dead.
Yeah, not enough. Maybe he can find something in return. He's going to jump forward. He's going to tell with the Sunder. The pull back on towards him. Hook shot in.
Ya Allah, 14 dapat.
Great kill.
Malady also potentially in trouble. We'll be able to leap up to the high ground. Sax is now here to back him up.
And they get out here.
I mean, Chira Junior and DM are around if they get a grab onto anyone. It's a little too deep up by the tier 1, so, well, things said and done.
Anti-shotnya yang
To find
paling
a
tolol,
situation
Mas
to
Strong.
kill the carry. So,
Device says that was the plan all along. The little mini
I'll
block.
believe him. All right, he'll take
Mana
that
masuk?
trade.
Watson getting put into a very dangerous spot in the river there. They get to collapse on him this time.
Ya Allah, kurang satu
Totally slowing
strength.
down. It needed to happen.
It did.
He was having way too good of a game.
Yeah, complete free farm on the Terrorblade up until that point, but a little bit of a slowdown.
And Lorinov getting some catch-up, which I think is actually super important too. He's actually ahead of Chira Jr. now in net worth somehow, which is very impressive.
Absolutely, we do not see Storms do this. So Lorinov
21 kali 150 berapa?
after dying 4 times back to back throughout that early laning stage.
I like his build a lot, right? As you said, the Greaves
3
absolutely
juta,
making sense in
ya.
this game with his combination of his heroes versus the silence, and the small little essence ring is going to be nice to save him. Fighting back here. How's the pipe looking for GH? Another timing that they can play around with the auras that are going to have that advantage over Yandex not having auras. Chira, though, now has BKB. Much more difficult to be brought down.
Oh, quick with the response there. Make sure that he doesn't get set up upon by Saxa. Chira Jr. was ready to connect to look for the kill.
Doxa deviating with the build a bit here. Looking like he's going for the Yules instead. I was going to mention before the black hole happened, you don't need
Dapat
to
18.
black hole sometimes in Dota now if you get Wind Wakers. So you can sometimes just save some of your allies as well too, which could be the plan later down the lines. Sumail, very isolated.
Backup's coming in, but it's not going to be there in time to save him at all.
Level 12 Hoodwink. High burst damage from that level 2 sharpshooter. More than enough to kill him.
Watson finding the freedom to hit the tier 2 tower top here, 21 minutes in.
Chira, sneaky plays. Lorinov will be able to get out. An early tier 2, they're pressuring.
Super early.
They're not popping Glyph. They didn't pop Glyph. All right, a tower for free and no tier 2 Glyph used.
Yeah, they'll take that, Yandex,
I mean, that
especially
was,
with Watson getting to be involved and taking the last hit on it.
I mean, surprising. I rarely see teams forget to use that tier 2 Glyph.
Just to slow, I mean, every second counts in
Every
Dota 2.
second absolutely does. Losing tier 2 access like that around Roche timings is very dangerous as well. 7k lead. Even though Enigma did strike back a bit there, the goal just continues to climb for Watson in all this downtime. It's 2 components. He's got the ulti orb, just needs the secondary one for that Scotty versus all this healing.
Black Hole's back up. See what
Okay.
Devi's got in store for us this time round.
It's just not farming very
Gerak,
fast
guys.
at all on this Enigma. BKB is going to come quite slow. Might be more and more answers for it. All right, GH, pipe timing. Pipe, Greaves, soon Manton, Sumail. They're starting to get quite a bit of things together.
Arrow onto Omar. That's going to allow for a very easy kill for Chira Jr.
The kick. These supports are just so high level on the side of Yandex. Is something I keep looking at here, right? Malady level 12, Soxa level 13. GH is level 12, don't get me wrong, but Omar level 10, Devi only 12. These supports on the side of Yandex from some of these shrine steals, the XP really does matter. Being able to burst some of these heroes that are more fragile when you're a Mirana that gets this type of scaling, a Hoodwink who gets this type of scaling, these are high damage supports if they do get away with this type of timing too. And Aghanims on the Mirana eventually also can be pretty devastating. I am seeing Malady. He is queuing up that Wind Waker to be anticipated since they don't have the BKB Black Hole cancel eventually. It can just be that save.
Yeah, no, a very important one. Because it does feel like, the win condition for Enigma Galaxy is, can we kill the Terrorblade during the Black Hole?
Yep.
If the answer's no, then I don't sort of know what the backup kind of solution is to the Terrorblade. At least for a long time, it's hard to sort of see if the fight
Tadi habis itu loh.
that sort of situation where this Terrorblade Watson is
Cing mati.
surviving
Sama
through
Yao.
the threat of the black hole.
A little bit of a pause here again.
Reason?
Reason?
You got a reason.
No reason.
I'm looking at the boost right now. What's going on in there? It's like getting
pretty chill.
Stuff sorted out.
Oh iya, lupa DS gua.
Should be all good.
Should be fine. 19-5. Yandex, as we said, they're the ones just really truly setting the pace this entire game. Just beautiful rotations. And yeah, quiet game really from Nigma this time around. I thought we'd have a bit more of a back and forth kind of clash going on here, but so far not to be the case. Yandex, just as I said, one step ahead, and Chira getting super enabled this game on his Earth Spirit.
Only looking to be one of those spirit things. It's not a surprise, especially in the hands of Chira Jr. Bringing us quite the spirit performances for quite some time as well.
Yeah,
even before
it was cool.
Absolutely, he really has.
Look at these neutral items, beautiful. Triple mana draft, triple Tumblr's toys on the side of Nigma. No crippling crossbow on the side of Yandex. They don't care about that anti-heal. Whatever. And game state, map positioning, losing that tier 2 top. I'm gonna reiterate that one, right? Like not having that glyph or not popping it, definitely gonna be problematic in terms of map control. Roche, still not something that Yandex wants to fully commit for here at this point. The map control definitely in Yandex's favor, as you can see from the vision there. Thank you, beautiful observer.
I mean, they could if they wanted to, right? Go for the Roche. I mean,
it's unnecessary, right? You don't want to waste time. I think a lot of I've been seeing more and more of these teams being hesitant about wasting your time going for Tormentors or Roshans. It's just so efficient to play.
I guess that's true. That is lost gold, lost XP,
right? Like
if you're not all split up hitting creeps, then the payoff better be good. And I guess Roshan or the Tormentor isn't always a good enough payoff.
I want to say that I'm not sure if it's
Anjing,
Yandex,
gua
but I know
langsung
Vision, they
mati.
almost never do Tormentor. I'm pretty sure Yandex is the other team that I was looking at that does the least Tormentors.
Mati, Jri.
So it is some type of maximizing thing. Perhaps just it is out of the way. They don't like to have to bring multiple heroes over there. And nowadays, there's not really that many that just solo the Tormentor that are popular, right?
I like that as well. You know, then I feel a bit more vindicated in my pubs when the supports are like, let's do the Tormentor. I'm like, guys, I gotta hit some more creeps. You know, I'm just trying to play like Vision and Yandex, you know?
These damn core players, they never look out for them. You're sitting there for 3 minutes. Please, someone, come to the Tormentor.
It's all us core players will now know that it's the correct way to play.
Yep.
Thank you, Vision. Thank you, Yandex.
No, not nice. Not nice. Bit of a... We're back in it.
We've got the black hole back up. The Vi, see where he wants to go. He's pretty low on the mana at the moment.
Getting
BKB,
closer.
I guess at this point, you're waiting until the BKB is done before you go for the next big black
I would
hole
imagine
play.
so,
It's
yep.
that close. 900 gold away from having the BKB on the Enigma.
So something important also for Enigma, we could probably discuss it later on, is, just the refresher build nowadays is just not really that great. It doesn't refresh your BKB, so you just go for the other build. You go for the Aghanim's, you probably go for the Shivas, then eventually you can build Dord that way. So we'll see what Divide does want to do after this one. But yeah, he has to get the Terrorblade in the black hole. Obviously now at this point, Watson will just kill him, so end all be all. Divide has to get that connection.
I mean, obviously, he can go for it on other heroes, but he will die.
He will die.
And then the risk and chance of winning the team fight is not going to be great for Enigma Galaxy.
No, because their control, when you look at their whole draft, we didn't really mention that too much, right? It's not the best overall stunt. They have lots of individual single target stunts, but in comparison to Yandex, who has a pit, a bushwhack, an Earth Spirit, it's just not the same until later stages. BKB for Lorinov.
Okay, here we go.
Not out just yet. They're gonna smoke a bit before.
Ayo, berantemin.
Honestly, I'd say
Enggak.
a little surprising that they don't wait.
Kira mau
200
diberantemin.
gold, and they could have a BKB black hole. They don't want it. They're gonna try and do it without it.
Saksa jukes that won't get caught. Again and again, Saksa impressing.
Let's see. BKB's on the way out now for Divine.
Okay, Watson though, he's about to have the Scotty. A clear separation between him and the Necro, 3,000 ahead. The Necro, if you're behind versus Terrorblade, you want to be playing from ahead. It feels pretty bad. Running in versus that Scotty, you're just gonna get slowed, all that heal reduction, and it's just so much extra slow, of course.
Oh yeah. I mean, does Watson buy the Nullifier next, or does he not need to?
I feel like he can
Someone else?
I feel like he can just go BKB if he wants to be safe.
Okay.
Because it's so much magic damage.
Just live through it.
Yeah.
Kill everyone else.
Pike in between is also very strong. I like this as well.
Dax's gonna have eyes on GH, who's trying to scout things out up here. But he's kind of on his own. And he's not getting out. So that's gonna be GH going down.
More kills. Soxa setting them up again and again. BKB for DM, Moonlight Shadow, they're looking for more aggression. As I said, Watson, the Scotty is done.
Jira Jr., he is making moves right towards Samael.
Actually, we'll wait for that for a second here.
He's gonna have the eyes on him.
Here comes Watson connecting as well.
And with the Fiend's Gate, they're ready to go. We'll be able to dodge the roll. Can't get out of the radius of the pit. Has got the Ghost Form, but he'll still die through it.
No response there. No tier 2 available, right? The fact that it dropped so early.
I mean, that
would really be there to react.
Just a move that they weren't ready for, and a move that Yandex was able to make very quickly after finding the chance to kill off GH, who of course is pretty much the main chance of saving Samael.
It's rare, you know, also something I was going to point out just now, besides the Scotty being so good versus all the healing, right? It's rare to see Scotty versus triple ranged cores as well. So that's slow. It's double as effective on those ranged heroes. So it's going to be even more problematic versus them.
Here we go. They're coming out as a unit.
BKBs are done.
Ready to go for some black hole action.
He needs some big ones. It's a 10k lead. Another dodge. Soxa. What a beast.
Jira Jr. Then time to Divide. Divide's going to be able to blink out to the side. They will jump in the
Langsung ganti haluan gitu. Bemo.
was off in time. Jira Jr. is surviving through it. And now Watson turned up, ready to kill them all. He's going to be able to bring down Omar, bring down GH. See Lorinov have to zip away. Devias to BKB and blink out of the fight.
At least they get Shira. It's expensive. They had to use a lot for him. But they'll at least get him. And Lorinov does survive. Little bit of something.
It's small things here for Enigma Galaxy.
But you're not getting an objective.
Ikut lagi.
It's just these kills, and immediately Yandex, they're the one that actually can get onto the push, even take out this outpost and potentially start to threaten this Roche.
And in any of these situations, right, if it is Jira Jr. dying and Watson living,
the dream.
They don't mind, because it's not like
Mereka jalan,
fight is going to be taking objectives. That's the Terrorblade's job. So as long as Watson lives,
Balik lagi. Itu tadi ke kanan dia nggak tahu ngajar siapa.
100%. Again now, another shrine being taken away. Soxa yet to die, gets the grab. GH comes in for the steal, might just pay with his life. There he is.
They've got the damage easily now to just destroy the IO anytime they catch him.
There, just really starting to run away with the
Apa?
normality. He already's gonna have the Wind Waker own.
Iya.
So even if they do catch Watson,
Kenapa, Lip?
they've gonna have that big bailout, even if it isn't a BKB cancel plan.
Yeah, I mean, it was already sort of hard to see the chances that may present themselves to allow Divide to get these black holes, and those chances are getting slimmer and slimmer as these moments pass and these items fly out.
And that's the first BKB reveal too from Nigma, right? So first BKB reveal,
Emang iya?
a kill, but it's not quite enough. And as these BKBs get lower for them, I feel like the game gets much harder. These pits will be there for Lorinov, and it's
Lagi bocah kayak bocah ngelem anjing.
once your BKB does start to tick down.
Talking about these extra ways to trip them up, you know, Watson, he's got
Bocah ngelem anjing itu Alip.
now ready to play with.
Switched it up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Dragon Lance into the Orchid.
Oh, I like that actually. Versus right, the
Ekspektasi saya LA 20 juta katanya Lip.
Once that BKB runs low, it's a similar type of thing that I was talking
Ngelem
about.
bocah anjing.
That's cool. I like this pivot. Is spotted.
Again, sacks up. Makes the jump. Orchid's there. He's got the
Maki kanan aja, maki kanan.
Be careful about how they go for him.
Sure.
Able to kill him in a fashion that
Ayo, maki kanan, maki.
so safely, just from a distance.
Bareng sama gua
ensuring that they
masuknya.
don't Sort of step into any situation where Enigma Galaxy.
Mereka maju nah. Ayo, maki masuk.
I feel like I've said his name 500 times this game, but Soxa.
He's been everywhere.
He is literally everywhere, enabling Shira to have this pop-off game. 7-11 on the Earth Spirit, 5-0-15. Still
Gak ada temennya gua masuk ini, masuk deh itu.
Skill participation here on the team by far. And 20 of the 25 kills, he's not only been
Udah
involved
mati,
in,
Jiri.
he's pretty much been responsible for.
100%. 30 minutes in, it's early days, but Yandex having a clear way to take advantage of the entire map at this point, and now start to threaten the Roche. Now they absolutely can go for this at some point when he starts to shift the top. And another catch, Omar.
Attacks out. It's finding them all.
And these supports are just, they're not getting to do anything on the side of Nick. Soxa, he just knows exactly where they are. Omar in particular having a really rough one this game. 0-7 and 3. Not able to connect with much of anything. And yeah, Roche now that they can start to go for this pretty soon on the side of Yandex.
Gang kecilnya lihat, gang kecilnya.
Positioned on the high ground. They've claimed tier 2. They've claimed outpost. Actually, outpost got reclaimed, but it is on the top side for that Roche. Watson, he'll start committing for it.
Unlikely that Enigma Galaxy is going to be able to get over towards this, even though they do have the Black Hole and the BKB up on Divide.
It's too dangerous for them to go toward that area. They know there's going to be more connection. Yandex, they have so many ways to catch at a distance. Full Bloodthorn. Watson's going to kill this one very quick.
I mean, if anything as well, I feel this is sort of a testament to sort of how rough life is for the Storm Spirit enjoys at the moment. Because at the moment, he's higher net worth, he's higher levels, but you look at this Spirit, you look at the Storm Spirit, and the impact you can sort of envision, it's just so unbelievably different, Fog.
Yeah, can we get damage
Wih,
numbers if we can for a second before this smoke?
humannya kanan atau mana? Human, woi.
A lot of this Earth Spirit of how much he can actually do in this game. Yeah, 14k to the 9.7.
They're on the hunt. Talking about the Storm, looking for Lauren off.
Has to zip all the way out. They're still gonna lose one though. GH.
Get him again.
And now it's not inefficient to do Tormentor, right? Surely they do it this time.
I mean, that certainly says something. That they're all there. As
That's
I
actually
say.
crazy. They really hate it. They just absolutely hate Tormentor. Wow. I thought because there was 4 of them there. Because the cores bought it already. The 2 important ones. Like, yeah, you support them. Yeah, sorry guys. That's actually connection.
The counterplay come in.
And they get out safely. Omar is not getting out.
He is gone.
And Lornoff, he'll be able to just zip away. Doesn't actually have to use the BKB.
Even when they're finding something, they're still losing something themselves. Just the 1-for-1.
Maju kirinya maju tuh.
GM is playing incredible in this game. Thought he would have a more difficult entry into this game, but 5-0-15. This off lane playing super well. Map really starting to shrink now at this point.
Lari, udah dapat 2 lari. Ya Allah.
Hits from Watson at this point, understandably so. He's so incredibly farmed on this Terrorblade right now. This last pick looking pretty hot here for the carry.
It's one of Watson's, if not his best hero, and we're absolutely seeing the display of it in this game. Even showing up to some...
Lagi man.
Lead just continues to grow, Owen. It just doesn't slow down in this game. Really putting all the pressure onto Enigma to try to make a move, but none of these moves are connecting. Another Moonlight Shadow, they're looking for the play. Lornoff has to be super careful here. They're ready for it. The Sun, it connects from
immediately killing him off. Omar, another whiffed hook shot. And it's going to be, maybe with the cogs, survival for him. Looks like he does get back to the base. Chira Jr. talking about the base, he just rolls straight into the base. He's on top of Divide. Divide's going to put the BKB.
Udah nggak ada yang DPS man anjing.
Down here onto Chira Jr. It's going to be enough to bring him down. They take Chira Jr. out. They need to try and find something more.
They get
stacks there. Reaper sights there. Yes, they can.
Nice skills. It's something. Can you get more?
They know where Malady is. The pings are coming out.
Pulang mereka man.
Oh, they see him.
They have seen him.
Malady. Whoop. Get caught.
All right, costs a buyback.
It's an expensive one.
But they do, well, they got 2 of them. Maybe they'll work at the 3 of them. Malady with the leaps.
No way, he actually gets out. I thought Lornoff was going to be able to chase more. Okay, they get it.
All right, Enigma Galaxy.
Nggak mundur dia.
But a costly one. Buyback from Lornoff for this.
Shira handing that to the
Anjir, menang kita man.
To the base, trying to get on top of Divide, does get punished from that immediate black hole. But yeah, a buyback from Lornoff. An expensive one, but at least they get some good gold and good experience. At this point, honestly,
malam dek.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you cannot sit back and let that sort of dive go and punish. You got to be ready with those buyback buttons.
Yeah, you can't just Yandex do whatever they want in this game. They did get a base score down, and that was placed quite a bit earlier, so that's why Chira did dive. I'm surprised they didn't go for the D ward around here, since he did just...
Jangan ledak guys, besok juga susah.
Lornoff also will be able to get...
Ntar GPG tiba-tiba hitam semua ya kan, nggak lucu.
Could save his life in the next play.
Sekali ledak sih bisa repair ya.
Trying to move in again, yeah. Just under a minute left on this Aegis, Watson.
No black hole for 70 seconds. He could consider at least poking for a small moment here. They've got double siege wave coming in as well. This could be an option for them to poke onto this mid tower here. Now Black Hole, how do you fight? Very complicated. They'll have to use the glyph. Tower's almost completely dead though, and Watson still continuing. He still has meta as well.
Dia udah lari sekuat tenaga ini.
They get the jump straight away on the ones leading in the kickback on the Divide. Divide's gone. Out for 50. Got the buyback ready, but even with that, 30 seconds until he'd have the black hole. The barracks now under heavy fire from Watson.
Not wanting to fully finish it off, just letting the illusion do so. One hit with another one. Okay, Lorna will deny it at the least there. Watson continues to push. Full set of racks. Chira's like, that's the plan.
Well, Sax is in. Oop. Gonna try and get the jump, and we'll be able to break him away. Mel's gonna be fine.
And overall, right, Chira's play now actually looks, it's pretty clever the way he does. Sure, he dies, he gets BKB Black Hole, but forced to buy back from Lorna. They don't have Black Hole now for the defense, and it ends up looking really good for Yandex, even though he did die. Hex now picked up for DM. The items just keep flurrying in. Bloodstone, I believe, also was finished for Chira.
Yep. And Watson's got over 5k gold ready to spend towards the next.
Rame-rame baru jalan itu.
Damage is going to be absurd from him at that point. Already has been in the majority of this game. It's not going to be a single hero Black Hole at this point. Now he needs to get the big one, right? He needs to get multiple cores. It's starting to get to that point where their damage is going to be limited inside of it as well, too. So it's going to have to be a big one. He does have Chasm Stone, does have Aghanims. A bit more of that increase in size. See what neutral items they do start to get as well. Erasma is there for Lornoff. He did not get the RNG, I don't believe, with the Conjurer's Catalyst. He only got the Bauble. Watson got a good one, though. He did get the Flares, Bota. Big damage going to be coming out from him. 9-1-8. Nearly flawless performance from him. Majority of them, in fact.
All eyes on Divide.
All eyes on
to
him.
Make the comeback play. Can he do it?
They're smoking up. They're looking for it.
Let's have a look.
Lornoff, of course, goes all in. Since he doesn't have that buyback, goes for this Parasma, as we see. Could be the extra damage that they need to be able to burst that target. Eyes on Malady also, right? The Wind Waker, the saves, the potential is there. Even if they do get the big catch onto Watson. Hard now for Sumail. Some extra timings now coming together here for Nigma.
And with that heart, though, surviving through the right clicks of Watson is
Si kerudung merah.
possible. He's pretty outside of the Ghost Shroud.
He's pretty low on the armor on Sumail. It's only 15. Omar, he's caught.
DPS-nya pelan-pelan, guys.
Or not, caught in the pit himself though in that attempt to try and save him. H comes out, the Black Hole will catch the two of them. Is it enough to kill Watson? He's gonna survive! He's finally down! They have killed him! It cost them 2 lives. Can they make sure they get more out of this trade? They can!
Wah,
More enough.
comeback anjing.
Nice hole.
It's good enough.
Another catch.
Nice little kick there to make sure.
Wah, mati ini.
Lorna's gonna try and see if he can chase down
nggak jadi.
Jira Junior.
Relocate.
Trying to lock him off.
More chase, Lord.
Mati
A
anjing.
little bit more mana. He has got it with the vortex. They double roll for Jira, but okay, Lorna's got him.
Level 25 now
Di
hit for
saksanya
Lorna.
susah
Take that
ditangkap.
any day of the week. Nigma Galaxy.
Pretty beautiful. They get that connection.
Taking away a good few thousand of that gold lead that Yandex had there at the back of that one.
They got baited going for Omar there. He does end up, and for Lorna, to be fair, he gets the double Black Hole, does hit the 2 cores, and they're able to finish off Watson. Watson was desperately looking for a Sunder target. He had nobody. He
Sambil ngewar kayaknya.
Find it right.
Yep. Who'd end up using the Hex on here?
Onto the Storm, right?
Okay, did end up connecting onto the Storm, but just wasn't enough. And yeah, beautiful Black Hole, perfect connection. The BKB was used, but yeah, look at Watson. He's looking. He's like, everyone's BKB'd. I can't Sunder it.
There was no one to go for. There was no target for him to find for the Sunder.
The first time we see signs of life.
Absolutely. It's taken them 40 minutes, but that certainly was something. And I mean, you know, as me and you like to joke about during the qualifiers, you know, this was a strategy that kind of worked for Nigma Galaxy. You know, if
you get behind,
if you don't get the lead, you can't lose the lead if you never have it. You know, it's something that used to be a problem in the past for Nigma Galaxy, where they build quite a lead and then struggle to close the games out.
Ya itu lu mukanya.
100%. And also look at the levels now, right? They all now have hit pretty much level 25. I mean, the two big ones, right? Necro and Storm now have their 25. Have time to get that next item as well. The extra heal is going to come into play potentially. It's a BKB Black Hole.
It's a huge swing.
Always be a way to win a game.
Huge swing considering the lack of sort of any movement in their favor for the first 40 minutes of this game.
Lornoff has done magic when he's able to get to these level
He has.
5s.
I
He
mean,
loves his build on his Storm too, but he goes to multiple Scotties, if you remember that one too. So if he can keep this game going, we're seeing the possibilities.
Still a very difficult one.
Sure. Still all that pressure on Divide for the multi-hero Black Holes.
Yeah. The Black Hole's good. They might just have it in them to do it. We're going to see quite an early buyback here from Omar. I guess
Rockets,
considering the
yeah.
Roshan. Yep.
He just wants to scout it.
I mean, because the timing's going to be there. Black Hole's going to be up in about a few seconds.
Right. It might be able to contest this one here. Do they have a smoke available? They do.
Let's see.
And it's an amp damage also on Lornoff after hitting level 25. So the bounces, they will have enough damage if they do get that Black Hole. Game's starting to get more and more interesting.
Oh, it really is.
Secondary Wind Waker soon being finished, though. Saksa is getting close to his. He's going to show first. Lornoff shows himself from the tree line. Sumail as well. Jump forward, trying to get more information. Hook shot.
Oh, it's a deep one from Omar straight into the middle of the ball. Pit's going to get dropped down. Omar's out. He pulled back, of course, for this play, so he's dead for a long time.
That was way too deep. Maybe he was trying to catch one of the front ones and ends up catching the back one, but now they're playing the 4v5.
That might be enough for Yandex to sort of say, well, let's just step into the pit and finish the
Itu
run.
lebih real mana?
Yeah, they want to hit something.
Because Nigma, if they're able to wait that meta out and take the fight, could be a potential here. Defy looking for an angle.
I'm strong again.
The Shadow Blade, extra chance for a surprise jump.
Looking for the positioning. Moonlight Shadow. Yandex gonna look for the fight. Meta is wearing down. Quarter duration left on it.
Positioning from Saxa did spook them. I think that the smoke might have got spelled on one of them, so. Them to close
Baru
in.
gua tahu anjir itu siapa. Lu, mukanya muka lu.
That is done.
I'm strong.
60 seconds without it. He's just going to throw himself in first. Gets him with the BKB in the blink, jumps forward, forces him out of the pit. We'll see off the side. TM goes to pit the Firestorm onto GH. We'll put the BKB tether over towards Sumail.
The back line.
Trying to force them apart, trying to split Nigma Galaxy up, rolling deep as well. Look at the Divide.
Black Hole too.
Turn, just stands his ground with the Black Hole and catches the both of them. Jiraju is dead. Now to DM, he's going to try for the BKB TP out. He'll get out with this, but Sack
They got
the behind. Divide moves over to take him.
The Reaper in the base.
Oh,
it followed him.
Crashing down onto him in the fountain.
Oh my God, Defy is doing it. No hesitation.
He is. This
Enigma.
Both of those last Black Holes that we've seen have absolutely put this game in a position where Nigma Galaxy, not only do they have a chance,
they're getting the
I think they're breaking down Yandex.
I think they potentially have to lead now with Lornoff now with Aegis level 26. Oh my goodness, they've been doing magic throughout this tournament. This could potentially be another one.
Somehow they keep doing this.
I Defy. It's as clutch as you can be.
Yeah.
They tried to commit so much onto him there, but they end up stacking the double melee heroes. Watson's meta had ran out also, so he doesn't want to run over and join his team. He's a melee hero. He could also just get caught inside of that black hole. And smart from Sumail too, right? Just blinking in. Giving the information.
Absolutely.
Breaking up the fight, causing Yandex to kind of panic and make this type of scenario happen.
Sumail throwing out the tips here.
Comeback dingin.
They know that they've got something special brewing here between them.
A 20k deficit that it was at, down to 6. That gold lead now means nothing. Malady level 20's been hit, has the Aghanims, has the Wind Wakers, but as we've seen, the Wind Wakers are not there in time to be able to protect some of these cores so far. I think Saksa has his as well, so they do have the potential to go for the saves, but beautiful connections. And Lornoff, Scotty #1 is picked up. I've seen him do this so many times in games when he has played his Storm for the late game scaling.
This is
this is so impressive.
We've got a game on our hands.
We sure do.
If there was ever going to be any doubt earlier, well, we did see Yandex for what it was literally the first 35 minutes of this game, building up a consistent and solid lead.
Iya itu anjing badan.
Galaxy finding a way to take that almost completely away from them. are now putting the game in a point where Yandex, they are going to be much more wary about how they go about their next few plays, as we've seen that time and time again now. Enigma Galaxy have the ways to punch back, despite being as far behind as they can be sometimes.
And let's see if Watson wants to perhaps start to switch some things with the builds. I see he has Satanic ready, but maybe he does want something like these Swift Blinks so he can get in position to be able to go for the kills, so he can look for Divide. Ag's now finished up for Chira.
Another save.
So another save, ways to maybe just bait a black hole, kick himself out, has extra ways to play versus it. Game is absolutely leveled up though. An Arcane Rune also for Lorinoff on top of having this Aegis. This was a Storm with almost no game. Now at this point, he's 8-5-7. He is very scary at this point with the IO buffing him up.
And I mean, it feels like Enigma Galaxy is doing numerous things this game that many other teams have not been able to do. But in particular on the Storm, right? We do not see Storms recover like this. It just never, ever happens. So for Lorinoff to be able to do this really does go to show how much of a different level Lorinoff's been on throughout this tournament. Even, not a lot of mids, even the best mids in the world, can recover to the extent that he has on a hero that has proven to be so difficult to do so with.
And he's buffed up, right? GH is going to just be sticking with him at this point, just giving him that extra spell amp. His damage is ridiculous now at this point. And Watson, now it's looking, I mean, not just Watson, right? It's a bit harder for him to be able to join in fights. He buys the Satanic, he's queuing up the Swift Blink next, looking for that positioning. Maybe waiting out that Aegis too. Still got 2 minutes left, but so much has been gained from Nigma. Divide, a full Shivas now, so even bigger increase for
Kita beda badan tapi satu tujuan katanya.
They're going to be terrified of him. They have to be so aware of Divine these fights. And
I mean, Watson is just switching the build up like crazy. He's thinking, he's like, which one do I have to go for? I'm out of item slot, so I have to eat the Aghanims. I don't want to replace anything for the Swift Blink just yet. Smoke up. For another fight. BKB Blackbolt at the ready with the Shivas. Yandex. Will they get the Wind Waker saves? Will they be prepared for this movement? Are they going to fight into the Aegis also? Still a minute and a half left on Lorinoff. The scan connects. Rocket to scout. Lorinoff. Will jump.
Come on. Find Malady. They set up for the hook shot. Get the catch and the pushback with the cogs. By a little bit of time with the Wind Waker, but he will not get away from them. Malady's gone.
Amp damage bottom. Oh,
Jadi sejam lagi nih.
Lorinoff won't get the fill up at this Aegis. Still continuing to keep that momentum, build up more Galvanize as well. Looking for another kill too, Sucks. So be careful with your positioning. He'll be okay. Lorinoff didn't see him.
Much more confident to get out, split up across the map here, Enigma Galaxy.
They'll get critical mass points as well too, looking to start replacing or swapping items out himself too for the Wind Waker potentially. See the posturing from Yandex totally change after these last two fights. They've got to find a way to catch Divide, it feels like, at the start of the fights now, right? They have to have some vision on him, and it looks like they're going to force a move on him immediately.
Okay, they'll get the BKB out with the Fiend's Gate alone.
Hook shot.
Oh, that's a good angle this time. Omar able to get the deep connection on the Saxa. Well, Wind Waker out of this. Lorinoff's ready to finish off the job. Jumps over towards him. Saxa falling low. They'll bring him down to him.
Lorinoff.
Ready to come in with the BKB. They get the Hex on towards Lorinoff. Lorinoff still able to get the BKB off and zip away.
They're going to reset. Meta was popped. They can wait, reset, look for the fight afterwards. Their BKB was also used on the Enigma, so maybe they will just back up and reset. They got a kill for free. Big moves. Every time Meta gets used, they can just look to avoid him. GH also now will be able to steal away the Shrine. They get their own Shrine. They have the experience advantage. First time in this game that it is starting to go their way, at least in terms of those levels as well. He has hit the OP talent, so it is there as well. He has hit 25. The Magnetize is going to start getting pretty crazy also. But they've been able to slow things down, manage things, allow Lorinoff to get that scaling as well against him. Lorinoff is queuing up a Hex. Actually quite like this because it can be annoying for the Earth Spirit. They can 100 to 0 targets in one control as well too. So perhaps a better option than the multiple Scotties that he has done in the past in this game. So impressive that they're able to do this, though.
Yeah, this is quite the comeback from Nigma Galaxy.
Shira, they buy a late gem for him, so looking like vision control is what they want to go for here, and yeah, just finding Divide. If they can get him at the start of the fights, that will pretty much crush Enigma's way of taking those battles, so I think that's going to be prime target number 1 for the side of Yandex. Just are they going to be able to find him? Divide's done a very good job of being in a very defensive position, as you see him right now. He's just playing in the base. He has boots of travel, he can go TP out and join his team with that. Unlikely that they can find him when he's got this.
Let's see how deep Yandex want to look.
Sending I mean, they do have double catapult coming in the mid lane. The scan comes out, though. Nigma's reading this move.